Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and if you didn't know, chess.com has this pretty cool feature where after a game, if you click the game review, it'll give you, all the moves, suggested moves, ratings of moves, but actually at the bottom, it'll guess what your ELO is based on just the one game. It'll give you, a number for what it thinks your ELO is just based on the game. It won't look at any of the other games, it won't look at your actual ELO. And it's a pretty cool feature because you can see how you played in specific games, right? Because a lot of the times you will play above your average or below your average. So it's pretty cool to see, specific games, how well you played. Now, and something cool about this is, it uses Stockfish to do this, and people have used Stockfish to analyze certain games by grandmasters and certain games, by very good chess players. Stockfish says it actually outperformed Stockfish itself. So while Stockfish is better than human players overall, there's actually been individual games by human players that have actually better than computers. And I thought that was pretty cool. But the reason that's important to this video is I recently played a game live on stream. Now the reason this is important to this video is recently live on my stream, link in description, by the way, I played a game, and it was a pretty good game. I knew it was pretty good. I didn't think it was anything special, but I looked at the game review, and it actually estimated my ELO to be at around 2,000. And that is insane, because, if you look at the screen, at the bottom of the screen, it says my ELO, I'm like 1,100. I am not good at chess, and 2,000 is considered like master level. It is very, very high. And people who are 2,000 are much, much, much better than me. But this was absolutely crazy. This is definitely the highest it's ever estimated me. I think I had like 95 accuracy in this game, which is definitely one of, if not the highest accuracy ratings ever had in games that are like over 10 moves, right? Because some games end very quickly. But let's go through the moves. This game didn't really get very interesting until the end game. This was just very standard. This was Italian opening, so very, very standard, boring opening stuff. Nothing too significant happened until later on. We're just playing. But like, something to note here is we were playing very solid chess, and I think this helped, my accuracy to be better, right? And helped my estimated ELO to be higher, because this was just such a standard, boring opening, that we're very familiar with. And because it estimated his ELO is very high as well. It was like 1,700. So this was very, very solid stuff. We traded off pieces very early. And this stuff isn't really all that important. We do a rook exchange, and now there's queen and rook versus queen and rook, and it's all about pawns at this point. So this is my only inaccuracy in this game. Right here, I was going and attacking these pawns here, and I figured this was good, but actually, when we put the rook in the open file, I understand that. But what's interesting is this was my only bad move in the game. Stockfish actually said that I had no other inaccuracies, no mistakes, no misses, and no blunders, which is probably the best I've ever had in longer games like this. But it's my only inaccuracy. I totally understand that when we take the open file, I think if I maybe thought about it more, I would have done that, but I thought that my sort of poor pawn structure here was going to be more of an issue, and I wanted to start taking pawns before that became too much of an issue. And it ended up working out. So he goes here, gives a check, and what he's doing here is he's taking that pawn. Now he's actually up a pawn. So this is scary for me. Not only is he up a pawn, but he's defending both of these pawns. So now I'm scared. Right? And also he's attacking this pawn. So I have to defend. I defend it with my rook. He attacks my rook. Not only does he attack my rook, but he also attacks this pawn. However, I'm now free to move my rook back to defend because he's no longer attacking this pawn since he's moved his queen. He's attacking the pawn again and attacking my rook, so I move the rook back to defend. And he goes here, and this was his inaccuracy. I guess lets me get a slight upper hand. He's attacking this pawn. Apparently when it moved his queen down again, it probably wanted us to repeat moves and just make a draw. Like, I think if a computer played from this position here, it just would have repeated moves. But not entirely sure. He's just attacking the pawn. But what that did, the reason that was an inaccuracy is it allows me to take this pawn. I think you didn't notice this. It allows me to take this pawn, which defends this. And now I'm no longer down a pawn. I'm feeling a lot better. He moves the queen here, which is kind of doing what he was doing before, mostly attacking the rook. Not attacking this pawn, but putting pressure on it, because the queen's defending. And the computer wanted me to go back to g8. I honestly have no idea why. I don't even see how it's a good position for the rook, but, you know, computer's smarter than I am. That's not what I played, though. Played a very interesting move. I didn't defend the rook at all. I played e3. Now, this doesn't actually sacrifice the rook. If it did sacrifice the rook, it probably would have been a brilliant, because usually sacrifices are brilliants. And the reason it doesn't sacrifice it, because after queen captures d8, which is what happened in the game, I go e2, which traps white's rook with the threat of promotion. And this game probably would have gone on to be a draw if it didn't go the way it did. This is very simple position. And actually what white is supposed to do here is completely ignore everything going on here and just take this pawn, because it's just a free pawn. But white gets scared and actually blunders their rook. I take, and I'm promoting on the next turn. White is completely lost here, and they resigned. Now, this was a super cool game. My opponent played really well. Even though, you know, blundered his rook at the end there. That was kind of unfortunate for him, but this was really, really awesome game. I have to commemorate my opponent. This was absolutely awesome. He played really well. I played really well. This is definitely my most solid game. I've had more dramatic games than this with, you know, crazy brilliant moves, but this is definitely my most solid game of chess. This is most certainly the best I've ever played. And this is really cool. Said I played way higher than my elo. Never even, I don't think, gotten close. I think before this, it's estimated me as like 1500. That's probably been the max. So, anyways, thank you for watching this video, everyone. Again, if you want, you can go ahead and check out my Twitch page in the description below. I'm going to be streaming every weekday. That's Monday through Friday. And yeah, again, thank you for watching. I hope you all have a good day or night. And I will see you next time.